I think top 3 technology trends we should all be thinking about right now. Our first one is smart speakers. So smart speakers by 2020 are going to be in 70% of US households. So that means Alexa, Apple, or Google Home. One of those 3 categories of devices you're going to have in your home. So we've got to figure out, how do we incorporate them into our lives and into our professions? So that's definitely a very topical trend.
So how can real estate agents incorporate these types of speakers in their profession to be successful?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we need to do is first become users of them. So if you don't have a smart speaker, pick one of those categories, the Google, Apple, or Amazon, and get one yourself so that you can play with it. Then you'll find all kinds of ways that you can start to leverage it. And one of the things I mentioned here at Inman Connect was the use of Amazon flash briefings. So this is a new sort of usage of Amazon Alexa, where you can record as a real estate professional a flash briefing, and you can have people subscribe to your sort of flash briefing channel, almost think like early days of a podcast, and then you can give them real estate updates. What's happening in the market, new listing in their neighborhood, open houses happening this weekend, changes in interest rates, staging tips. The sky is the limit, but it's a great way to use smart speakers and voice technology.
Wonderful. What about a number 2 tip?
Yeah, number 2 is, there's so many, but I would say, start using voice yourself. So kind of connected to number 1, but like using Siri, if you're an iPhone user, can save you a tremendous amount of time. And one of the, I think, really popular ways is the dictation that voice allows to use. So we've all fumbled with our keyboards to try to get correct spelling and do all of that. When you use voice, either to reply to text or send emails or ask Siri for directions to your next meeting, it takes away all that awkwardness of using the keyboard. And that's definitely a usage that we're seeing increasing from a trend perspective.
Wonderful. And what's the number 3 technology?
Number 3 is look at what you're doing. So our smart devices are giving us so much more information now. So one of the tools that is really helpful is to look at your screen time. So what are you doing on your smart device? And are you spending that time doing business development, business supporting activities, or entertainment and other activities? And it's a great insight to kind of give yourself a checkup of, am I using the power of this device to really its full potential? Because most of us are not even scratching the surface of the things that we can do with our smart devices.
So what would you suggest an agent do with that 3rd suggestion of how to use your smart device to help propel you in business? What would you suggest they be using it for?
If they're using, so we spend a lot of time on our devices on social marketing platforms. But we've got to really evaluate, what are we doing on those social marketing platforms? So are we doing, like I said, business development activities, or are we just surfing Facebook to see what our friends are doing? We got to find the right mixture of those things. So one of the things I talked about here at Inman Connect was the use of video. So, instead of sharing, going to show open houses, why not do a video of yourself? Like, I'm out, I'm showing houses, I'm conducting an open house, I'm on a property tour. Share your real estate story with your sphere of influence in a very authentic way. And that's a great usage of your smartphone.